Hello everyone, today I am going to review my Xiaomi Mi A2 after 6 months of heavy use. Mi A2 does not feel as fast as any flagship smartphone released in the past couple of years. While that's logical for very heavy use case scenarios, it's true even in day-to-day operation. It's usually not much slower, sure, but then we've seen quite a few small freezes and stutters throughout the day-to-day use. There's also a bit of lag when you switch between apps or sometimes even when you scroll inside an app, depending on how heavy it is, and how much stuff is going on in the background at the same time. The difference isn't huge, though, and we were honestly expecting it to be bigger given the holy grail of stock Android paired with very good specs for a mid-range device. The Mi A2 is a decently fast and smooth handset for the price, but it can't hold a candle to any recent smoothness champion. Never mind the pixels, pretty much any flagship device from any maker beats it. But, the Mi A2 isn't a flagship. That has to be kept in mind when evaluating it for a possible buy. If you're expecting top-of-the-line performance and smoothness from a phone that is this cheap, then your expectations are definitely unrealistic. The Mi A2's battery endurance seems to have improved by quite a lot after the October 2018 security update. Putting just a 3000 mAh battery in this phone to make it this thin is one of those decisions we really can't wrap our heads around, especially since it left the Mi A2 with the biggest camera hump we've ever seen. But the small cell does do an admirable job of keeping the lights on, and the phone's numbers may positively surprise you. In our use, with 12 to 16 hours off the charger in any day, while being connected to Wi-Fi for most of that and an hour or two of 4G, Bluetooth always on with an hour or two of streaming music, and location services always on, we've constantly seen at least 4 hours of screen on time. The record was 5 hours and 27 minutes with 35% battery left. Had we let it go all the way down to 0, that means we could have achieved over 7 hours of screen on time, and this is right up there with the best performers in the Android world. We'll start off this section by mentioning the obvious: it's a metal phone, so it's slippery. There's no getting around this. The glass front is obviously slippery too, but nowhere near as much as the back. The black model is less slippery than the gold one because of its texture, but you'll still want to be careful not to accidentally have it slide out of your hand. The fingerprint sensor is accurate if you make sure you press all the sides of your finger against it when you enroll it. However, while it is generally fast, sometimes it can take about a second to see the home screen, even 1.5 seconds at the worst of times. We've definitely used faster and more reliably speedy fingerprint sensors recently, but this one is by no means slow. It's just not up there with the quickest ones in the business. Then again, maybe it isn't the sensor itself that's slow, but the software. We'll never know unless this gets radically improved after a software update. Again, this review is based on Android 8.1 Oreo. If we talk about voice call performance, depending on how you hold the phone to your ear, how well you want to hear the person you're talking to, and possibly even the shape of your ears and face, the experience of using the Mi A2 for phone calls might be the most frustrating one you've had in a very long time. With all that said, the Mi A2 definitely isn't a bad phone. Compared to the Huawei Mate 10 Lite, which was also a mid-ranger in a long-term review many months ago, it's miles ahead, and these two can still be found on sale for very similar prices even today. Seriously, there's no contest here. On the other hand, compared to any top-of-the-line device, with or without stock Android, the Mi A2 obviously falls short. Thank you for watching. See you next time.